Yes, good morning, madam. This is Seb'z presenting the mobile application group project for our group, and in my group, Sekamate John and Nasuna Mariam, and we are three. And in a group of, as the question says, in the group of 2 to 3, identify any IT-related problem from one of the following areas within MRIU: university course, timetabling, past exam, past paper 2, staff and student attendance monitoring, student and records management tool for the office of the dean of students, hostels management, final year research project record management tool, inventory management software, university event tool, social networking tool for MRI students, MRI games and sports. Now, madam, as you say that each group should choose a unique area. Now, for our group, we chose MRI games and sports, and this is how we managed to do it. And this is the application of what we developed from Android Studio with all these tools that we are supposed to use in designing that application, whereby we are supposed to use a login activity, an activity that uses a list view, text views, spinners, toasts, a form where a user will have to select options and others, and activity that uses fragments, menus, and also connecting an SQLite database. So I'm going to go in our code, and I'm going to go in our application, and this is our application. We named it Gamers, and when you open it, our first interface or the activity, we are having the MRIU 2023 MRIU faculty Gamers, and onto which, if one is supposed to log into this application, or if anyone wants to use this application, he or she must first fill in the names. For example, Seb'z, and then the email, which is v21 at mriu.sc.ug. Then you put in the contact, and then you put in the password. Let's say 1 2 3 4 5. Then you will have to choose the faculty using the checkboxes that are available. Let's take an example. Let's choose our faculty of science and technology, and then we choose the gender using the buttons, the radio buttons, and after that we log into our application, and on to login we have finished a login activity that can authenticate users. Therefore, if anyone wants to use this application, he or she must fill in the following according to the faculty and the gender, or according to one belongs. Therefore, when we log in into our activity, we go on to another activity which we named games available, and onto which all the games we assigned a button of which it is supposed to connect us to another activities where we designed using our tools in Android Studio. And therefore, let me start with the list view. This is how we designed our list view. When you click on the button of fixture 4 of the wood board, the application will take you where we have the list views of all the games that we have at Montessori First Royal University, whereby we have football, netball, volleyball, and woodball. And then when I go back, take for instance, I click on fixtures of football. Again, it will bring me to another activity which we named football matches, and onto this activity I'm supposed to select a match using the radio buttons, and onto this also I'm fulfilling the part D of our question, the part D of our question, which was saying a form where we'll have to select one of the options using the radio button or check boxes, as I already indicated it on the first on the first interface. And onto this application, we also connected it to an SQL Lite database, as you requested us from part I of the question project. And if I want to add another match or another information on this application, I'll click on this button and it takes me to another interface, another activity, whereby I'm supposed to put in the match activity of the game that I want. Then I'll delete what is available here. Take for instance, I want to add in a match of engineering versus social works. I will say science and technology. So let me use one word, science. Let me use engineering. Engineering versus social works. Engineering versus social works, and then the match ID. Let's say match ID. Let's name it match 3, and then the time of which it's going to happen. It's going to take place at exactly 3 p.m. and then the referee, let me use Sekamate John, and after this I'm supposed to do what? To save my work. And after saving, as it is connected to an SQLite database, so I'm going to go back here, and again I come back, and then I click on where there is netball, the button of the fixture of netball. And once I click on it, it shows also the matches that are available, and I'm also supposed to select each and every match using the radio button. And after selecting, take for instance, I've selected match 2 of business versus social science, which is going to take place at 4 p.m. Then I also have to share. And onto sharing this, I'm also handling the part F of our project, which says send data from one activity to another, and from current activity to outside the application like WhatsApp. So when I click on here, I'm supposed to be sharing it to another to another social media platforms. Then when I come back here and I click on to volleyball, when I click on the button of volleyball, here I come in the interface of the volleyball matches, which are also outlined as you see them. And this is what we managed to do as a group with Kamate John, National Mariam, and me myself, Seb'z Vianney. So madam, this was our application. And I click back. Actually, this is a spinner. This is a spinner that is also on the login form. Thank you, madam.